Hey there, it's Rachel. And I know as parents, we try a number of different strategies to get our kids to behave better or to get them to be more positive or more motivated. And often we try these strategies over and over and they don't work. So I have a really quick tip for you if you've tried a lot of strategies to meet a certain parenting goal you have and it hasn't worked. My tip for you is to try to stop seeing the situation from your perspective and see the situation from your child's perspective. Because often what happens is we see a situation the way we see it and we fix it the way we think is the right way to fix it, but we're not actually fixing the right problem because we don't really think about what our children really need in that moment. For example, if you have an anxious child, your instinct from your perspective may be to fix or solve a problem for them so they feel less anxious, or it may be to cheer them up. But a child who's anxious may just want someone to listen and understand them. And when you see it from their perspective, you can understand that that's what they want. And then that's what works for them. And that actually is what helps them feel better. Or if you have an angry child who gets really angry when you tell them they can't do or have something, your thought might be to tell them all of the reasons that you are right, that they really can't have what they want. So if you tell them they can't go to their friend's house and they get really angry with you, you might say something like, well, of course you can't go to your friend's house because you have school tomorrow. So from your perspective, you're trying to tell them why they shouldn't be angry. From their perspective, they just want someone to understand how important it was that they went to their friend's house. So if you just understand them and show them that you're on their side, you don't have to tell them all the reasons they shouldn't be angry. That's your world. You want to get into their world. And that's actually what's going to make that situation better. Or if you have a child who's not listening to you when you ask them to put away their shoes or brush their teeth, your instinct may be to punish them. Well, if they don't put away their shoes, they lose the ability to XYZ, whatever it is that you're using it as a punishment. But ultimately, from their perspective, they may be missing certain skills or tools because they're children. And children aren't wired to be mature and responsible all the time. They're actually missing certain tools. So if you look at it from their perspective, what's going on for them? It's not just that they don't feel like it. There's always a reason kids don't feel like it. And if you can see it from their perspective, then you can find the solution. Chances are, if what you've tried isn't working for you, it's also not working for them. And so what you want to do is just stop, see the situation from their perspective. What is it like to be them in that moment? And that's way more likely to lead you to the solutions that are actually going to have a positive effect. So if you want more information about solutions and how to use them to motivate better behavior and moods and attitudes, feel free to check out my podcast, Your Parenting Long Game. You can find that on iTunes or any of your favorite podcast apps. I'll see you next time.